this is just a quick tutorial on how to get the MRTK and Unity Robotics Hub set up on Unity so that you can get this running, your application running on the Hololens too. So first what we'll do is we'll go here and you'll see I have the Unity Robotics Hub GitHub, and then I'm in the Mixed Reality Toolkit Unity releases page. And this will be for version 2.7.3. And so the first thing we'll do is we'll go down here, and to download, we'll do the feature tool. And when you click here in the download, you can download the feature tool, extract it, and then you're going to want to open up the application. So my application's right here. And so then you press start. And then you're going to go to your project path. And here my project path is for this project, which I've created for this tutorial. And then you'll see the project path there. And I'm currently using Unity version 2020.3.28 F1. Now we'll go to Discover Features. And the first one we'll do is platform support. And we're going to want to click the Mixed Reality OpenXR plugin. And then in Mixed Reality Toolkit, we're going to want to do examples, extensions, foundation, and standard assets. You can do any of the others, but these are pretty much the only ones you need to get started. We're going to get features, then validate, and then import. Exit, and then we'll let Unity do its thing. Okay, now once that's done loading, we can go to here, the top, to Mixed Reality. And then we're going to want to first go to Project and apply the recommended project settings for HoloLens 2. And once that's done, it'll bring this up. So we're actually going to want to switch from the so you can actually find this in project settings, but if you go down to XR plugin management, you're going to want to switch into the Universal Windows platform. And that should be set, I wonder. So if you see this red mark here, let's just do fix all. And then we can apply. I guess it'll restart the editor. All right, and once it restarts, we can go to, you'll see that maybe this menu pop up, and you're gonna want to do apply settings. Then we'll go next, and then you're gonna want to hit apply, and then apply, and let it restart again. And now once it restarts, it should hopefully, let's see. We just fixed that. We'll be good, okay. And then go here to OpenXR. Make sure, okay, so we have the interaction hand profile, hand tracking, motion controller. Okay, next we'll want to go to player and make sure here that the optimized mesh data is unchecked, and that's in the other settings. And then you want to go to publishing settings and click the internet client server and the private network client server. And we actually don't need this webcam, so we can take that off. That should be everything there. Then we'll want to go to quality, and we'll just delete these qualities until we get to low. And then we can exit out of that. So now we're here in the main scene. So we'll go up to the Mixed Reality tab and then hit Toolkit and then add to scene and configure. So now we have a camera in the scene. So if we press play, you pretty much see, like, here we have this profiler, and then you can move around. So two things I like to do. One is, so first go to the Mixed Reality Toolkit, hit here, we'll do clone asset. Let's actually make sure, yeah, so default Mixed Reality Toolkit configuration profile, this will work. So we clone it. And then we can actually just save it as new. You can name it whatever you like. So that creates your own new profile. And then what I like to do is for spatial awareness, you can either, so clone this. You can either go into the spatial mesh observer and then clone this again here. And at the very bottom, you can set the wire display to either visible, occlusion, or none. If it's visible, it'll render all of the scene mapping. And so it'll slow down your applications a little bit and it'll get really messy. So I would recommend just occlusion if you want it. I'm just going to turn it off for now. And then in diagnostics, I don't like that diagnostics menu. So I'm just going to disable it. And the rest should be good. So we can save that scene. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the Unity Robotics Hub. And in here, you're going to go down to quick installation instructions. And then we're going to bring in the URDF importer. So you can control copy that. And then we're going to go to package manager, add package from get URL, paste it in, then add it. While that's adding, we're going to go to the ROS TCP connector, and there'll be two packages. So actually, there's the ROS TCP connector here, which, let's see, is it still loading? Which we can add. And then there's also this new thing called visualizations, which you can add that if you'd like, but you don't really need it to get connected. Okay. Now, another thing you can do is you can go to the GitHub project. I'll link in below. But basically in this GitHub project, I have these prefabs here, and then I have these scripts here. And what that'll let us do is, so if we drag those into this project, you can kind of skip this part if you don't really need the IP address menu, but this is something I like to use. So I'll bring this number pad. Okay, so import. Number pads in, and then near menu. We'll actually unclick that. And then for scripts, we're going to go to, we're actually going to go up to robotics, hit ROS settings, and then you'll want to set the ROS IP to whatever you'd like. So I'll just do mine. And save that. And then I'm going to go into resources that's created after that and drag in the ROS connection prefab. And then I'm going to add the connect IP here. Then I'm going to go to the number pad in the input field. We have the number pad input. We are going to add this ROS connection prefab, the connect IP, and then we're going to go to near menu, button collection, set IP, and then let's see, add the ROS connection here to set IP button text. And then in the input field, we're going to drag in the set IP. And then one other thing, here on events for on-click on set IP, you're going to want to drag in the number pad, hit function, game object, and then set active. So if I bring up my virtual machine, I will run the ROS TCP endpoint, and then I will press play on here. And then you see this menu here. You see it's green there because it's actually connected to my virtual machine. So you can see that it says connection from there. Now, you can see the tutorial in my previous video on how I can use this menu. Basically, that's how that works. So that's all you need for that. So now we need to go to build settings, add open scene, click target device HoloLens, and then minimum platform version. Let's make it 18362. You probably want a 1904, but we'll just do it there. And then we will architecture ARM64. Oh, wait, no, actually just keep it at x64. I think this is it. Okay, so we'll build it, create a new folder. And then build it. All right, and once that build is done, you're going to want to open it up and then hit this Visual Studio solution, which will bring up something that looks like this. And you're going to want to go to release, ARM64, and then properties here. You're going to want to put in the machine name in debugging. And that is whatever your IP address is on the HoloLens. So you can say, what's my IP address when you turn on your HoloLens, and it should pop up. All right, so got my HoloLens on, got the IP address. So I hit put in machine name, hit apply, then OK, and then hit remote machine, play, and it should build to the HoloLens. All right, so my build is done, and while it might take a while, it does work, and I'm able to play with the menus here. I would recommend connecting it via the USB-C cable to your computer just to make the transfer of the files a lot faster. But let me know if you have any questions or any issues trying to get this working.